Hello, everybody, and welcome back to It's Ring Comics. This week's episode 172, and we get to talk about Walking Dead Volume 3. As always, thank you for joining us. Tell your friends, your family, anyone who wants to listen to two idiots talk about comics. You can check us out on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You can listen to us anywhere you get your podcasts. And as always, let's get into it.
And welcome to the Best Damn Book Club on the internet. My name's John Talmadge. That's David Crocker. This is Twitch Reading Comics. And today, back in October,
Woohoo!
doing another horror book, doing another zombie book,
Woohoo!
doing another Robert Kirkman book.
Woohoo!
Ran out.
Nah, I was waiting on it. Well, you still got one more to go.
What?
The title.
Oh, Walking Dead Volume 3.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy talking about October being fall and festive, and it's still
Like-
September
like
and 80 degrees.
88 degrees.
Yeah.
Football just got really kicking off. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready
I know.
for it to get cool.
I'm Southern farm boy. Well, not really a farm boy, but the Southern boy in me, country boy, is thinking it's going to be another cold, brutal winter like last year.
Was it that cold last year?
It got down to 3 degrees on New Year's Day here.
Here. It was not that cold.
It was 32 degrees in Orlando, Florida.
On New Year's?
Oh no, not New Year's Day. Between Christmas and New Year's, it was 32 degrees.
Okay, maybe between that. But I remember going...
Maybe on New Year's Day it got warm.
I remember
again,
New Year's Eve going out with my brother and his now fiance. And only having to wear like a light jacket.
Okay. Well, leading up to that, it was quite fucking cold.
Yeah.
Either way, I don't know. It just
I know there
seems
was
like
a time in
repeat of last
January where
year.
everything froze.
It was like just kind of like a repeat of last year. It's like it's a wet summer. Well, it's been a wet summer up here,
Yeah.
and leading into a really
No, it's
hot,
rained a lot down there.
no, into a hot, really fucking hot August and
Yeah.
September.
August was awful.
Dude, I was in the field,
Yeah.
and it hit 101 actual with a feels like 112 or 115.
Y'all don't have a... Okay, stop work
No.
temperature?
We just have a take your breaks if you need them. Get air conditioning. as
If you
planned
need them,
and
as in,
drink.
don't take too many.
Yeah. Get the work done first, then
Yeah.
you can take a break.
Sooner you get it done, the sooner you can go home.
Yeah, pretty much. So, dude, those days were, God almighty, it was rough. Out in the hayfield, just a little breeze, but
Out
the
in
sun
the-
just beating down on you the whole day.
Out in the middle of Raglan, which apparently has no shade spots ever.
Gee, man.
Yeah.
Are y'all not I thought y'all were working down the roadways and stuff.
Yeah, we are.
There's no trees lining the roads?
Not in this fucking neighborhood.
Holy shit.
There was only like 3 good tree spots on the entire project, or shade spots. The problem is all the roads were so narrow. It's
You
like,
can't just park on the
yeah,
side.
it's like motherfuckers gotta drive too.
Jeez.
But yeah, no. I do hope it gets cold. I'm ready for it.
I want some cold days. I want to wake up with the
50s.
nip in the air. Yeah.
I want 50.
Not just nip in the air, but I don't ever. I like the snow days we get. One, it shuts everything down and no one has any responsibilities for 24 hours. But I couldn't live somewhere that was just constant snow. I don't think I could do it. Like,
No, fuck that. I don't want snow. I just want it to be in the 50s everywhere.
True. Like I said, I like the snow days we get, but
No, the most outrageous thing, it wasn't this past year, but the year before, Auburn baseball made a run to the College World Series. Our super regional was at Oregon State. So in the middle of
so that's
June,
yeah.
they were wearing hoodies because it was 55 degrees at the
In
baseball
June?
game.
Holy
Like very
shit.
beginning of June, April.
Yeah.
Or it
yeah,
might have been May.
It may, yeah, no.
It might have been May.
It could. End of May.
I feel like
it's end of it. It's
May-
between like the
I wanna
middle
say
of
it was,
May
like,
and the
June
middle
3rd.
of June. Yeah.
I want to, yeah, because I remember tweeting June. So, like, it would get up to like maybe 75 in the day, and then like at night when they were playing the games, it would get down to like 55.
So no wonder when they talk about teams coming down to the South, it's
Yeah.
it's a hellacious ordeal.
And maybe that's why people in the South don't believe in global warming, because it's just hot all
It's
the time.
just hot all the fucking time here.
We
man.
have, like-
it's
2 weeks of fall, 2 weeks of spring, and then like 3 months of
Like,
55 to
yeah,
freezing.
to 28. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Like
really
for
all we
us, it's like one real month
It's
of
hot
like
most of the time.
one real month of like, all right, you need to put on some decent clothes to go outside
Yeah.
to stay warm. The other 2 months of, all right, it's cold, but we can survive.
Yeah.
And then straight back to fuck you, Hades.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So, yeah, we don't. That's
I don't deal with snow well, but I also don't like the heat.
yeah. I was working with a guy from up in Buffalo again on this big project, and he was asking about like, do y'all really have like it snows an inch and y'all shut everything down? I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, man, we don't have. He's like, why? I was like, we don't have the stuff. We don't have
The city
snow
of
plows. We
Birmingham-
don't have salt. Like some bigger, like Birmingham and all, might
Birmingham
have a
has
salt
one
truck or
salt
two.
truck. And they
that
don't
have to
put salt
salt
in
like
it.
100 miles of road.
Yeah. Birmingham has one salt truck that just gets the highways open.
Yeah, and they don't pre-salt.
And they
the
don't even
roads.
salt. They just put sand.
Yeah, and it's not pre-sanding or pre-salting.
Yeah.
It's after it's already iced, then they're going out and doing it, which doesn't do jack fucking shit.
Yeah. No, and
Which I've never actually understood putting salt on a road, because if you put salt in an ice chest, you make the water colder. It just doesn't
I did not
freeze.
know that.
It won't freeze, so the temperature of the water can get lower. Because like salt water freezes. Oh, that's what it is.
Salt doesn't.
It can
freeze.
get colder. It can get cold as damn it, but it just won't freeze.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Okay.
I was about to say, I think you just answered your own
Yeah, I
question.
just answered my own question. I had to get there first.
But no.
But yeah, he was asking about that. He's like, so what happens? I said, man, when it snows, it melts and then it immediately freezes because
Yeah.
it's shockingly 28 degrees.
Yeah.
And it just black ices everything. Like
Yeah.
we don't get the pretty, beautiful snow of 8 inches that y'all get
No.
that then just y'all plow it or it just blows away because it's so light.
Yeah.
It fucking just sits on the ground with us and
Yeah.
locks us in place.
No, I had the same thing when I was up in North Dakota. They were like, do y'all really freak out? I'm like, yeah, we don't
Yeah.
have fucking sand trucks or anything like that.
We
And
don't, we don't have the equipment.
we don't have
because
a-
it's too expensive to keep the equipment for the 4 days a year it
Yeah.
might happen.
we don't have 100 miles between each town of just flat land.
Yeah.
That's what, when I went to that court-ordered driver's class to get out of a ticket, even though the class was $125, so...
So you might as well just pay. So all you did was
It
keep
just
the point off your neck.
yeah, keep it off my record. But yeah, no. He was like, the problem with Birmingham specifically is that there's too many hills, and when you're driving on snowy roads and stuff, you're supposed to keep your momentum.
Right.
And so
yeah.
some people everybody slows down because they're worried about ice, and so they get like halfway up a hill and
And
keep
there's
their
no speed.
momentum,
Right.
and then they start sliding back down, and people freak out. But no. And then I had the same situation up there where I was like, do y'all not have to spot utilities? And they're like, water and sewer? And they're like, no, water and sewer are 10 feet below ground
Yeah, because it'll
because
freeze. There in the
it'll
winter.
freeze and fuck up everything. I was like, oh, so all y'all have to spot is like cable and internet.
Wow.
And they're like, yeah. If
Our
we,
shit.
if
Our
we
shit's
even
like
cross it,
our shit's like 16 inches underground. 18 inches.
3 feet is what we try to is what we keep ours. So.
Oh, okay, yeah. But there could be stuff as shallow as 18
Oh, yeah.
inches.
Like when I was in, I don't know if I should say that.
Let's not talk about the possibilities of lawsuits that could
We
happen.
just replaced it, but there were at one point gas lines, man, like right under the blacktop.
It's not good.
Yeah.
That's not good at all.
Yeah.
No, I've heard too many horror stories about drillers, like not on any projects I've been a part of, but
Mhm.
past like older drillers talking about like, yeah, we did the 811 number or whatever,
Yeah.
and we got the ticket saying it passed. Drill 6 feet down and hit something that
Yeah.
wasn't ever marked,
Mhm.
and of course, whoever's utility you destroyed is coming up to you asking you for the
For money.
$2 million to fix it,
Yeah.
and you go, here's my paperwork saying it's clear.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, we didn't know it was 6 feet deep. And it's like, that's not
It's
my
kind of
fault.
important.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's y'all. And of course, it
Um,
only cost them like $100,000 to fix it or some
Yeah.
stupid shit. It's like, oh yeah, you're gonna charge us a lot for this shit.
I was on a project. They hit some fiber internet
Yeah,
and had to shut down the project for 3 days to help them fix it, which literally just meant someone had to hold an umbrella over them because it was August.
Jesus.
while two guys sat in a hole and placed it all back
Busted
together.
and spliced it back.
Yeah.
Jesus.
There's a guy I work with that hit specifically FBI cable line, and within like 2 minutes of them hitting it, black cars rolled up.
Oh yeah, I've heard stories of that. They hit there was a group working somewhere in Virginia, so near DC and all,
Yeah.
and they hit a concrete vault, like a concrete like rectangle vault that
Yeah.
was running, and FBI and shit showed up. It's like, what the fuck are y'all doing? It's
Yeah.
like, we were told to drill here. They were said nothing was here, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, y'all need to get out of here.
Yeah.
And they cracked the concrete vault and hit whatever line was in it, and it was some, of course, I'm sure some fiber optic special cable to get to.
Gets all the way to
wherever.
where it needs to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And then after that, they got to continue their project, but there was a guy in a black SUV
Always
there
sitting
every
there,
day. Yeah.
Golly. That shit's wild.
Yeah. So that's gonna conclude our rambling today.
Yeah, that works.
I'm sure y'all enjoy our utility and environmental jobs.
We've
but
got
we did-
5 episodes this month, folks.
Yeah.
The pickings will get slimmer.
Yeah. But we are here to talk about Walking Dead Volume 3.
Woohoo!
Do you want to credit some people?
Let's go. We got a creator, writer, and letterer, Robert Kirkman, penciler and inker, Charlie Adlard, Grey Tones, Cliff Rathburn, and cover, Tony Moore.
Yeah.
And, of course, by Image.
I will say, obviously, by the cliffhanger ending, there is more to come of this story arc.
Oh, yeah.
This
This story arc is, if I remember right from the show, this was like a whole season.
Yeah.
They spent here at the jail. Oh, we're at the jail finally.
Yeah.
I remember there's parts of season 1 I remember well and don't remember well. It's weird that we've watched it so many times.
Volume 1 and Season 1 was vastly different.
That is true.
And then
'cause,
to an extent, Volume 2 and The Farm were
yeah,
different.
everything, it gets weird. But
This is where I will say, I think Volume 3, this is the first one where I thought it was better than the show.
oh yeah, to me this was top.
Yeah.
This was top notch. But like it kind of did it with Game of Thrones and we did it with Walking Dead. Every time like our buddy would Skylar introduced us to it.
Yeah.
And one of us would watch it with him like watch a couple seasons to catch up. Then we'd introduce somebody else and we'd all watch them again together and all again. I feel like I just never either paid attention or watched closely enough to season 1 because I really don't remember much.
Season 1 was only like,
And it may have been one of those like
Season
6
1
episode
it was
kind
only
of
like
deals too.
6 to 12 episodes.
Yeah, it could have been that too.
And then they
before
got
kicked off and
it's all
really
like,
went wild.
I think it was 24 at the end.
Yeah, they were doing 24 a week,
Yeah.
a season.
Yeah.
But this volume was
It was good.
it was nitty gritty and wild.
I mean, you could not, you had to be paying attention, and it was like, you couldn't put that shit down.
No. Man, I forget how easy it is to people to die in this damn show, in this comic. He goes and gets Herschel and his 4 kids and Glenn.
Well, like one of them stayed behind, but yeah.
Oh yeah. Otis
I
was with the
completely-
crew. Otis was with.
Oh, I thought they said they left one behind to watch the livestock.
I thought it was. I thought Otis was with them. Either way, somebody got left.
He had a lot of
behind to
fucking
watch.
kids.
And I mean, like not an issue later.
I did
his 2 daughters are already dead.
Yeah. I did completely forget that from Volume 2 where Glenn said, "Oh, I'm going to stay with them on the farm." I was like, "No, he didn't. No, the
He
fuck
fell in
didn't."
love. Yeah.
Yeah. But then again, in the show, they all left the farm to the prison. So.
Yeah, they all left together,
Yeah.
right? God, Tyrese is. He's
I
my
thought he was
favorite.
dead.
Dude. Like that's one of those like
Tyrese, they
like-
don't find until the prison.
Yeah, in the show it was
In the
like it was
show.
weird. I think Tyrese
'Cause I always-
was a prisoner.
Yeah.
He was like where they've got the 4 prisoners in this.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Tyrese was one of those
Yeah.
prisoners. Because his daughter wasn't a
Because
thing
he
in
definitely
the show,
wasn't there at the
and-
beginning.
No. His daughter wasn't a
No.
thing in the show, and they never trusted him.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Until he proved it.
Yeah.
But I was like,
Where this is Tyrese.
I legitimately couldn't
Tyrese
remember.
was like day one.
I was sitting there, I was like, is Tyrese like a fucking part of the show? Because I don't remember. Now I do remember Tyrese.
Yeah. Well, it's
It's the big
the
guy
dude
with the
with
beard.
the archer. Yeah. Well, the archer. Oh God.
That's-
In The Walking Dead, the one that has the archer crossbow.
Dale, he's not.
Dale, yeah, he's
he-
not in this. He's
yeah,
like
no.
a amalgamation of like 4 or 5 characters or something.
I think it was
And Carol is like an
it was
older
purely
woman.
he auditioned for his
Rick.
brother, Dale's brother, the guy that cuts off his own head on the roof. That is in the comic.
Yeah.
He auditioned for that, and they were like, "That's not you, but you're good enough. We're
We
gonna
can
find."
create, yeah, we can create
they
you a
created
character.
a show for him or a character for him.
And shit, him and
Now he's got his own
Glenn's
show.
wife has their own show now.
Maggie.
Maggie, yeah, they're running some show.
I just
now.
don't know how
And-
they
and
ever
Negan is now a part of that. Like he's like
did it.
the 3 of them are like doing their own thing.
I don't
now.
know if it did it in the comic book, but how they got from Negan killing Glenn to marrying Maggie, or at least
He's
dating
married?
Maggie.
Oh, they're together.
They're together.
Oh, what the fuck?
I was like, how the fuck
See,
did they do that? At
I
least they are in
remember-
the show.
I remember vividly watching that episode, all of us
Yeah.
being together. And I remember starting the next season where Negan's pretty much got Rick by the balls.
Yeah.
Like Rick's crew's his bitch,
Yeah.
doing whatever he tells him to.
Mhm.
And then after that, I remember meeting Jesus, and they found a
think
new
so.
farm, almost like a new farm.
Oh, that's the guy with the tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And after that, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
now it was almost like Negan killing Glenn was like jumping the shark. It's like,
No, I think where it jumped the shark was when Glenn was supposed to.
half the season.
pulled a
half the
Tyrese.
half the season earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, pulled Tyrese where they're like, oh, he's dead. And then they're like, oh, actually, he's not.
Yeah.
By that, he hid under a garbage thing or whatever.
Yeah. Well,
And
this
then it
Tyrese
was
was
like,
in the
why?
room apparently killing them all.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was one of those. It's like y'all played very loose
Yeah.
with the
I
swarming.
was like, ain't no
pictures.
way
He didn't get nicked by a
Yeah.
tooth or something. Knowing Walking Dead and watching it for so many years and
Yeah.
understanding like, oh, if you get bit, you turn into a zombie, the
Mhm.
normal zombie trope. Them realizing that happens
Mm.
was like, oh, well, no shit, that happens. But I'm like,
Yeah.
oh no, they were learning. They're having
yeah.
to relearn all
This
this.
is the volume where they found out, oh, you don't have to get bit to turn. You just turn when you die.
Yeah,
It's just if you get bit, you get
you
infected.
get infected, right? And
Um,
Tyrese's daughter died, and she turned almost damn instantly.
Yeah.
That was a
That was a fucked up
that was a creepy. Oh
Yeah.
man, that got weird.
the suicide. I completely forgot. I was
Suicide
like,
pact.
didn't they try to commit suicide? And then as they do it, pow.
Yeah. It's like, wait
And
a
then
minute.
he's-
My thing was like,
he
wait, were
saw-
they going to go kill Tyrese so they could
Yeah.
be together? And
Yeah.
and then it was like, no, we're just going to kill each other.
Yeah. And one of them shot too soon.
Dumbass kids.
Yeah.
But that whole scene. And
Oh.
then when Tyrese kills the boy, and Rick's like, okay, Tyrese, he goes, leave me. When he comes back, I'm killing him again.
Yeah.
It's like, oh God.
Yeah.
It's like,
No.
jeez.
Um,
Oh, and then the 2 girls, Herschel's 2 girls'
Yeah.
heads, they're laying on the floor, like moaning. It's
I
like,
knew it was that guy as soon as it happened to.
oh yeah, the other
when he was
main-
like, "I'm here for tax," I was like,
no, you're not. You look
"Tax
like
fraud doesn't get in the
legit
same
federal
as the
prison.
other
Not-
two."
Not this kind of federal prison.
Yeah, no.
Um, and then it's like you also look like the raper. Like
Yeah.
you look like the one that's gonna.
I was like, "That's the only way you survive."
The
in
2
prison.
big dudes, the black
Yeah.
dude and the white dude, they are gonna become teddy bears. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna be the ones that you rely on and trust, and they're your fighters.
Right now,
Maybe.
though, yeah, Dexter's pretty mad.
Yeah, the extra's pretty fucking mad.
Racial profile.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he did. Commit
I
murder.
mean, he did say he murdered his.
he got profile.
Yeah, I mean, he did admit to what he did, and then it's
Yeah.
like there was 2 murders. The first jump.
He's
is,
like,
well, the
only
murder.
did it because of what they did to me.
I got my killing out of the way.
Yeah.
But-
And I thought something was going to be in that room. I didn't think it was going to be in the actual shit room.
where they were.
Yeah, I thought there was going to be something in there.
Oh, when he says don't go in there. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, we ran out of buckets, so we
Yeah.
used this.
I will say this was this good. I almost went and restarted Walking Dead.
The show.
Yeah, I
Oh.
was like, "Fuck it, let's
Yeah.
go." And then I realized I was like, "Oh wait, I
It's
still
not
have."
the same.
Well, no, I just have
Oh.
so much I need to watch.
Yeah, add that on top of the pile of. Keep
Yeah, I was like, I
watching
need to
stuff.
finish Rebels and all this other stuff.
Rick going back to
Shane,
kill Shane
Yeah.
again, and I liked how he's like,
ain't
I
burying
came
you
back.
twice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
That
like,
was
I'm
a
not,
cool
I'm not
line.
burying you again. It's like, okay, now I do not remember the baby at all in the show.
Because it was a baby for so fucking long.
And I guess they just didn't use her very
Yeah.
much because
Was Beth an original character too? Because I thought that was
which one's
who.
Beth? His wife?
No, that's Lori. Beth, the one that turned out to be a very hot girl in the show, got shot in the head in the hospital.
Maybe. I don't remember.
But I was like, when
I remember there
because
being
remember
a Beth.
in the comic book, the little girl asked Carl to be his girlfriend.
Yeah.
I was like, that's got to be Beth, and then turned out it just wasn't.
It just wasn't.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't think because there was no other kids. It was just Carl, right?
No, there were other kids. Carol had kids, but I think they died at some
I
point.
think died, didn't they?
Yeah, they died at some point. Or was Beth Lori's sister? Or not Lori, Maggie's sister. Was Beth one of the girls on the farm?
So the original cast photo is Carl looks like there's a kid. There's another girl that looks like teenager-ish.
Blonde.
Yeah, the left side. I didn't click on the picture to blow it up. But dude, it's been so long since I've seen any of the early seasons. I just don't remember.
How do I get this?
See, they only have Carol in this one.
Hold on. It's listening to us. They'd already know what I was looking up.
Okay, I mean she's younger, but
Part of me is like, is she Andrea's sister? See, I'm like,
that's Herschel.
Yeah. I wonder if she's. Yeah, because remember that whole shit with.
I love that guy so much.
Everybody hates Chris.
They killed him off in a very painful way.
Yeah. Okay.
This had to be sister.
Maybe it was one of Herschel's daughters. I don't know.
The season. I mean, again, this.
No, because Andrea's sister dies. So yeah, it had to be one of Herschel's daughters.
You realize how like different the two seasons really get.
Yeah.
Or the show and the comics get.
Yeah.
But holy shit, man! This
Herschel's family just dying off Clint.
Yeah, all he's left with is the son for sure, and
Maggie,
and maybe the one that's left at the farm that they don't even know is alive because they haven't heard from him in weeks.
I mean, I don't think there's a way to communicate. So.
I mean, apparently, Rick can just hop on a motorcycle and drive for 8
hours.
and a half and
they cleared the road already.
come back.
Yeah,
he almost got fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand how you're on a motorcycle. You can see the road ahead of you, and yet you still ended up almost getting trapped in a zombie horde.
I mean, motorcycles are loud.
I mean, they're loud, yes, but you're driving away.
One of the things they kept saying in this volume was that, like, it was winter before, and so now, so zombies are
thawing out and moving.
Getting faster.
Yeah, true. Not even just faster, but just completely just thawing out, probably.
Yeah. So the muscles are looser and shit.
Yeah, true. So everything that they cleared would now be open.
But yeah, it's good. This was peak zombie storytelling.
Oh yeah, this is everything I think of as.
Yeah, and we haven't even got to the governor yet.
Dude, we haven't gotten to anybody, any villains or any other groups or nothing.
The zombies are the villains at this point, except maybe Dexter.
You're looking at probably zombies are going to be the villains for
a while,
a couple more volumes probably.
But this, I was literally like, well, shit. Now I gotta wait till next October.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna put this up on my get the collected edition. Get a nice.
It was always one of those like at some point
I'll get one at some point. Now we're reading. It's like okay, yeah,
just because they've put out recently like a million versions of collected stuff. So.
Oh yeah, you can find like I think there's
like a billion different ways you can get a collected version of this.
But yeah, I'll definitely reading volume 3 now. It's like okay, this is I'm gonna have to get this on my shelf. Because this is definitely one of those.
I still gotta get the Y Last Man. Fuck, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, that's why when I got them, I went ahead and got all of them.
Yeah.
Just thumbing through. Nothing else. I think we covered pretty much.
Yeah. That's probably one of my favorite books this month.
This girl that shows up. That's
who?
Sleeping with the guy.
Yeah, I don't know who that was. That was one of Herschel's sister too. Or
Herschel's daughters?
I think so.
Because they never
Because
actually
remember,
say a name.
she's the one that broke up with the guy who stayed at the farm.
That's Otis.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
guess that was Otis's wife. But that's not Beth.
No,
She's
no,
a
no,
fucking
no.
idiot, though.
Which one?
The one that fell for the serial killer?
Oh, yeah. That's Beth, right?
Yeah. No,
No.
that's some character from the comic. I don't think made it over.
Oh, that's right. But
I
see,
don't
they
think-
haven't really been.
I don't think they had the serial killer thing in the show.
Oh, wait. Is the one sleeping with the guy, is she the one that gets attacked and fights the.
Well, there was one. No, the sleeping with the guy, that was
Yeah, yeah,
Andrea
yeah.
and Dale. That's Dale. That's not the serial killer.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, that's Dale, right? Andrea
Yeah,
and
that's
Dale.
Andrea and Dale.
Andrea and Dale. Okay, so yeah, it's Andrea that gets attacked by the serial killer washing clothes.
Yeah. But there was a curly haired girl that was
That
like
then
trying to
turn-
woo
yeah,
the
that-
serial killer.
Yeah, that turned him around or
Yeah.
freed him like a dumbass.
Yeah. Fucking
You know,
idiot.
they were talking in here. They were like trying to figure out like what they were gonna do. And Carol's the one that's with Tyrese right now.
Yeah.
Which Carol in the show was way older
With
than
Dale.
Yeah.
Or with
Shit.
shit.
I
Maybe
don't
it
think
isn't
she
Dale.
was with anybody in the show.
Not yet, but she went with the guy who's got his own show now, which I think is Dale.
Was Dale? Did they get together? They may have gotten together. My thing was like, oh,
But
yeah,
then
we
I'm like,
don't-
well, did they change the name of the RV guy? Because I thought his name was Dale.
maybe.
Maybe I'm getting names mixed up.
I know
Yeah.
I'm. They were like, well, we won't kill him, and they were like, their first thought was, well, we'll just throw him with the zombies. It's like,
Yeah.
that's killing him.
Yeah.
Like you just beat him to a bloody pulp. He can't stand. He can't see.
Yeah.
He's useless.
Mm.
So by you throwing him out there to them is you then killing him.
Yeah.
So you putting a bullet through his brain is as much as good as you throwing him out there.
Yeah.
So, like their rationale of like going through like, oh well, this is justified. This wouldn't be justified. It's like anything you do at this point that's not putting him in
this
the
is
cell.
where we start to get Dictator Rick, though.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember Mean Rick.
Yeah. Mean Rick can be not a fun season.
Mean Rick is rough. But it was just like y'all are trying to justify a killer during killing.
Yeah.
By killing him, but not physically doing it yourselves and calling that justice.
Mm.
It's like
We're about to start to get to the 3 questions where it's like, how many zombies have you killed? How many people have you killed?
Yeah.
Which I forgot what was their.
Who did that?
That was
the
like
mayor?
around like season 5.
Oh yeah, that was way down there. wasn't
No,
it?
they were like already done with the governor.
Yeah. I don't know, man. This whole
You remember the fucking cannibal part? That shit was wild.
that was before. That was right after the
that
governor.
was before
right?
Negan, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, this show is
You ready for a quiz, though?
no.
Can you recap us?
Yep. So, as of last month, I asked Talmadge, and he got 2 right, and
Yep.
he decided to cancel. So we now, as of recording,
I
we
need to get
stand
ahead.
square at 0-0.
Yeah.
I feel like he's about to try to pull out a skunk for get him 40.
No, there's definitely some ones you got chance at.
But again, if I get none right, he skunks me. He gets 40. If I get one right, I get 42, 65, 3, $100. If I get 3 right, call for a go for it all. I have to get all 5 correct to get $150.
Yeah.
If I miss one if I miss the 4th question or the 5th question, it's null and void, and it's a 0 pot.
Yes.
And if we feel nice and generous, we can 0 each other. We can
Mhm.
call it a half answer and just count it as nothing.
Okay.
But that is totally up to the asker.
So your categories. You have 1 on Pulp,
Okay.
1 on Avengers versus X-Men,
Okay.
1 on My Hero Academia,
Okay.
and then 2 that were 2 Idiots Reading Comics trivia.
Okay.
Which one would you like?
Let's go with one of the 2 idiots. One.
Okay. I'll just go with the first
Yeah,
one.
just pick. I mean,
What was the first episode not in the garage? What was the book we read?
really?
Yeah.
Holy shit! So we came in here,
Yeah,
or
it was the first episode in here. We didn't even have a table yet.
no? It would just been us sitting
Yeah.
up against the wall, and
Awkwardly.
well, shit, we
Yeah.
didn't have a table for a long time.
Yeah. We didn't have a table until we did October.
Yeah.
Or
Last
Halloween. Yeah.
We were in the garage for a long time.
Yeah.
My brain is going with either a saga. No, because we would have started the month. We wouldn't have done a saga. Would have been the
Yeah.
third one.
We used to have a schedule.
Correct.
Of
So
like-
it would have been a Marvel. It was Marvel then DC, then
Yeah.
the continuous, and then an indie. So it'd be Marvel. I feel like for some reason I'm gravitating to a Star Wars one that we would have started it. Can I can't get it. I mean, I'm not going to ask for any.
No.
That's not part of this.
I'm trying to remember. No, that was way too early. Our first continuous was Star Wars.
Yeah, the Vader one.
that was way too
That was
early.
all in the garage.
So I don't know. Maybe.
I just don't remember how many we did before we came in here.
I remember.
I know we started.
I know we did our. I know we did our top 10. Our first top 10 was definitely in the garage.
because we went a whole year. We started in the summer and we
Mhm.
sweated our balls off, but we got to winter quickly.
Yeah.
Where it's cool, and we made it to the next. Well, I guess to the 50, and then we were sweating so bad we finally came in.
Yeah.
So it was a year later that we would have. I know it's a Marvel. I mean,
Yeah,
I can't.
Can you guess a character?
Spider-Man.
Incorrect.
Yeah,
It was Vader Down.
I
Was the very first
Star
one.
Wars.
I know. I was like
But
trying.
I wouldn't
was
have said.
trying
I wouldn't have
not
said
to-
Vader. I wouldn't have said Vader down.
I was trying not to make a face, and I was just like, God, if he does it again.
I wouldn't have said Vader down. I was gonna go with just like Star
Yeah.
Star Wars Volume 1 or something.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay. So you got one more of those, or Pulp, My Hero Academia, or Avengers versus X-Men.
Let's do. Give me the other two idiots, because
Okay. What was the first Boom Studios book we ever read? This one I think you'll get.
Power Rangers.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Whew. Okay.
Yeah.
I almost thought it was gonna be like TMNT or something, or no, TMNT's.
That's IDW.
But I don't even think we've actually done a straight up
We
other
did.
than Ronin.
We did last Ronin, which was IDW.
Yeah.
Um,
What else? My brain's blanking on what else is Boom.
Irredeemable, I think was the second one.
What was Irredeemable? Oh,
Something-
that was the one where it was like the
Yeah.
Soviet.
No,
No,
that
it
was,
wasn't
That
Soviet?
was Superman.
No, yeah, Superman, but wasn't Irredeemable something
Irredeemable
similar
was
to
like
that?
basically the guy got so mad at everybody taking him for granted and friends making fun of him and shit.
Yeah, gotcha.
But it was like a Superman.
But he was
clone.
a Superman type. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. I don't get skunked. Woohoo.
And then Something's Killing the Children, Seven Secrets. Radiant Black was Image.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are all Boom. Okay, so do you want Pulp, Avengers versus X-Men, or My Hero Academia?
Let's do X-Men.
Okay. Which 5 characters got the power of the Phoenix
Ooh,
Force?
all right,
in
this is going to be
Avengers
fun.
X-Men?
All right. Cyborg. Not Cyborg. Cyclops.
Yes.
Frost.
Yes.
The dude with angel wings. I don't really know what his official X-Men name is. Or is that even one?
So this is where I shouldn't have said yes, because it is not. But I
Okay.
can no longer confirm or deny the rest, because at some point you have to have a final answer.
Okay. All right.
So you know those two, and you know it's not Angel.
The steel dude. He's in Deadpool.
Need a name.
It's not Cyclops. Not. Shit, I don't know his name.
I can hear Ryan Reynolds say his name.
Oh, I know. I can see the interaction, but I
Yeah.
can't. Okay, so I know.
Go back. Go to the other ones. And you can come
I
back to
know.
it.
So Cyclops, Frost, him, Nightcrawler. No, Nightcrawler.
Cannot confirm
But
or deny.
No, shit, I got to do a final dawn.
Yeah.
I can't just hunt and peck my way through the list.
Yeah.
I'm saying yes to Nightcrawler. I'll lock Nightcrawler in. And the fire dude.
Is that your final?
Yeah. I can't think of anybody else.
That is incorrect.
Yeah.
I
I've of course got Cyclops and Jean.
Colossus was the guy
okay,
you're
so
thinking.
I just didn't know his name.
Magic.
Magic.
Yeah, the chick with the giant sword that was also in Strange Academy. Can
She got the fucking power?
Yeah. And then Namor, the Submariner.
Yeah,
Is also-
that's right, because
Yeah.
those two choices seem like such weird.
After I told you no to the angel wings, I was like, technically he does have angel
He
wings
does
on his feet.
technically, but-
He has wings
but
on his feet.
You knew which.
Yeah,
you knew
it was
who I was
not
talking
angel. So
about.
you're
Okay, yeah, now because I remember reading it and going, okay, those are the two weirdest choices.
Yeah.
Like, those don't seem like two choices you would have picked
Yeah.
as the 5. So I get my 40. So
Yeah.
that's all. Now it's just having fun with the rest.
Yeah. Okay. For Pulp, who wrote Pulp? I'll give a hint. He also wrote Gotham. What is it? GCPD or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Gotham Central.
Gotham Central. Tinian, not gonna be.
Ed Brubaker
Yeah.
also wrote The Winter Soldier. And then
Did we do Winter Soldier?
Not yet. I'm kind of. It's one of those like in between of like, is this gonna be super wordy or not?
Because it's gonna be a 80s, 90s. Comic.
No, I think it's early 2000s. I just don't know how early.
Oh, didn't know if they jumped off the train or
Yeah.
not.
And then the My Hero Academia. How did Midoriya get his quirk?
Midoriya's the boy. Is the
There's
one
a lot
that
of boys.
is the main character.
Yeah.
Shit. Is it? It's not blood injection. Is it? Because he technically doesn't have any powers, but he gets
Yes.
the power from him. But if he uses it, he breaks his bones because his body actually can't use it.
It's not strong enough yet.
Blood.
He ate the hair of All Might.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
about as dumb.
Yeah.
At least it was a body part.
1 for 5 ain't bad.
Shit. At least got the one that
Yeah.
counted.
Oh, yeah.
I got the.
I thought I scared you off so bad with the first one that you weren't gonna.
No, because it was
Go to
like
the next one.
Pulp. I knew I wasn't gonna get.
Yeah.
Pulp was the Wild West one where the dude was. He was
Technically
a
New
newspaper
York, but he
writer.
wrote
Yeah, he was
Wild
a
West
newspaper
stories
writer. Okay,
And turned out to be his life
His-
story.
Yeah, and then My Hero. I figured it was gonna be. I was thinking you were gonna ask what was the power of one of the kids, or like what was the power of the teacher.
I think
One of the teachers or something. I think we've actually asked that
I
question
think
before.
I definitely asked. I think I said, "What is the name of the teacher?"
Well, I don't remember
His
the
name is
name of the teacher.
Eraserhead.
Yeah, but he can shut your powers off if he
By looking at
makes eye contact.
you. Yeah, he just has to look
Oh,
at you.
okay.
We do have 2 quizzes this month since it's 5 Tuesdays.
No, not quizzes, drafts.
Drafts. My bad. I'm just trying to get back into the rotation.
We also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that we could add back in that we need to in the next rotation.
Yeah,
We've
we're
already got our
starting to
next-
run low.
We can pick one out of here, and then we can. And
Add
we already
some-
got our last one.
we can
our
add
last
some more.
month's one. Last week of the month.
We do.
Yeah,
What is
we
it?
did it for Halloween. Best costumes for cosplayers.
That one's gonna get pervy, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna get very pervy.
You know what? I've said a lot of perverted shit on the show already.
Yeah, why
so.
not? Just let them to me. There we go. And our pick will be: if you're starting your own universe, which 4 characters do you steal to start?
Okay.
So any 4 characters from any universe, what would also then be in your universe?
Okay. That's gonna be a good one. I'm already like, I already have
Got a couple running through.
One that I don't think you're gonna take
Probably
because this includes villains too.
Ooh, yeah, it is. Interesting. That'll be fun.
And I think there is one that is just an all-time great like starter, big bad.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good one.
That'll be next week. We are reading what?
Lock and Key Volume
Lock and
2.
Key, Volume 2. We'll see y'all next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.